Setup. Setup's very important because each one of us, we have a different shape, different size. Some of us are short, some of us are tall. So we have to be able to reach all the instruments and all the parts of the drum set. I think really it starts with your throne or your stool. How high are you sitting? I think you really need to try to examine with the drums or without the drums just how you feel sitting on the throne. The throne or the stool is perhaps the most important part of the setup. We have to have it adjusted where it's the right height to fit our bodies. And your legs need to be at a nice kind of right angle here to the floor. And we don't want to be too high or too low, because either one of those situations creates some undue pressure and stress on some of your muscles. So you want to just sit down, make sure that your feet can move freely, make sure that your legs are nice and relaxed, and that's really it. Now that we have the right height on our throne, we can see where our feet are going to end up in terms of the bass drum and the hi-hat. And as you can see, I've created kind of a V here, and my bass drum is pretty much straight ahead of me, and my hi-hat is a comfortable angle over to the left. The spacing is just enough so I can put the snare drum right in the middle of those. The snare drum height is important because we want to be able to utilize all the different sounds on the snare drum. If the drum is too low, we're going to be banging into our leg when we're trying to get backbeats. And I see a lot of players with the snare drum way down here, and it only allows you to play a certain way. So you want to have the drum where it's, you know, it's almost like a concert snare drum where you can do all the things that you need to do. We want to be able to do our cross sticks, we want to be able to do just normal snare drum work, and then we want to be able to hit our backbeats and be able to catch rim on our backbeats. So this is a good height, and again, for everybody it's a little different. You have to set it to your height. Now that I'm looking at the whole drum set, I really see it as kind of, I call it setting the table. You want to have everything where you can reach it and grab it and hit it, and it's very comfortable. If I had my cymbal way up here, it would be a little unnatural. It might look cool, but it's a little unnatural, and eventually it's going to lead to some weird fatigue type things. So I have everything where I can reach it. My cymbal's here, my toms are here. My toms are at an angle, again, where I can get multiple sounds off the drums. If I want to get a timbali sound, I can do that. If I had the drum at a severe angle, like this, it really limits what I can do with this drum. So I want to have the drum, first of all, at a good angle in relation to the snare, and then I want to have it, like I said, close enough where I can just pivot from snare drum to tom-tom, snare drum to tom-tom. If this tom was way over here, then it would just take me out of position going between drums. So again, you can see how close everything is, and that leads to relaxation, and it leads to smoothness, and it really probably will help your speed and your fluidity in the long run. Set the table and set up for comfort.